We putting work, turning nothing into something. They feelings hurt, we turning nothing into something. Give a fuck if they don't like me, cause all this bread I count excites me. Turning nothing into something, nothing into something, turning nothing into something.
What up, what up, what up, what up? What's going on, everybody? What is going on? And welcome to impromptu blunt thoughts. Holy crap. And we're in the dark tonight. I apologize. We moved the light. Once again. You know, the lights are doing double duty. Right now. Yeah. What up, what up? A late Saturday night blunt thoughts. It's gonna be a quick blunt thoughts. What is up? What is up, Jeffrey? What is up? Intelectual. Dime a ver, ¿qué lo que? Ramos, what's going on, kid? But yeah, had a couple of things. I've been wanting to, chop it up with the peoples. I like to chop it up with the peoples. I don't know about you guys, but when we don't chop it up, I kind of miss y'all, And I know we got a show scheduled for tomorrow. If you don't know, tomorrow night at 8:10 is gonna be me and Brandon Tierney doing the little Blunt Thoughts live, regularly scheduled time. But for today, listen, first last night, we got the news that Francisco Lindor will not be playing in the WBC because he was uninsured. The insurance denied him insurance. How many times you gonna say the same thing? Heck, uninsured, insurance denied him insurance, whatever the hell. It's all of the same crap. Right? But then it progressed. As we find out today, as we hear today, that Puerto Rico is not happy. And they're considering pulling out of the tournament. If you don't know about the timeline, I actually wasn't too aware of it. I knew all of this stuff was coming up. But this Tuesday, rosters are due. All of the teams have to put in their rosters by this Tuesday. I'm not sure at what time or anything like that, but rosters need to be in. On Thursday, rosters will be announced, right? I don't know if that's going to be an MLB Network thing. Maybe it's probably not ESPN. But, I don't know if it's going to be like a special show. So here you are, 3 days away from having to announce a roster, and you're finding out that your captain isn't allowed to play. I could understand why Puerto Rico's a little bit upset. And then you add to that, which I didn't even know, that they have 8 players who have been denied insurance for the WBC. That is Puerto Rico. And there's players all over the place. Mío, Flip, dime a ver, ¿qué es lo que es, manito? Dime, ¿está aburrido? ¿Quiere hablar de esto? Yo te pongo de una vez, te mando el link. So come to find out, we already knew Carlos Correa was denied the insurance. I didn't know Jose Barrios was denied insurance, right? So Puerto Rico's had 8 players that have been denied insurance. Now, when I found out, I did a video earlier today where I was like, oh, okay, so this is going on. This is a little bit of a situation for MLB and the WBC. Let's not forget, ladies and gentlemen, this is an MLB sanctioned tournament. This is not something that's rogue, that somebody just created, and these players wanting to go out there and play their own. No, this is MLB. MLB created this, right? It's an MLB sanctioned event. And now you have the situation going on. And then there seems to be some confusion as to, oh, but why is this guy being approved? Why is this guy not being approved? Is there something funny going on? Well, credit to, what is it? Let me see. Sean Spradling. I apologize. But he put out a great post. I had done a video where I was wondering, hey, will we see where players want to play so bad that they maybe go out there and get their own insurance? Could they play without insurance? Right? So it turns out as my guy Sean says here, that could be possible. But first, let's find out some of the parameters why someone would be denied insurance, right? Let's educate ourselves, as I always say. Let's just not take people's opinions. Let's not just get to where everybody's going crazy about, and let's see what's going on. So there's three levels, according to Sean, where a player could be denied insurance, right? And they go as follows. Let me see if I find it, because I don't want to read this whole thing. I don't want to read the whole thing. So there's a chronic condition, which would consist of repeated injuries over years, multiple 60-day IL stints, right? An intermediate condition, which is multiple 10-day IL stints over 2 or 3 seasons. And then low-risk condition with little or no injury history. Now, here's the thing. It is unknown what exactly renders a player insurable or uninsurable. Right? But they go and they got entrance physicals, they get exit physicals. The insurance has to cover, I believe, it's position players for, let's see if I can find it here real quick, something like 3 years. For pitchers, it's something like 4 years. Right? So if a player gets hurt and has to miss time as a result of an injury at the WBC, then that player's salary is paid by insurance. That's the situation there. And that is really the only way that basically a player can't play, is if he's denied insurance. Teams don't really have much recourse to keep a player from playing. Unless that player's been injured recently, they can straight up say, hey, we'd rather you not play. Right. As Carlos says, a chronic condition like what Byron Buxton has had his entire career. Esto es todo una mierda, brother. Los gringos quieren cualificar y saben que nos tienen que ganar. Eso es todo lo que está pasando. So Carlos feels like there's something going on, and maybe the U.S. has their hand in it, right? Now, Ken Rosenthal in The Athletic, see if I have it here. Was it Ken Rosenthal and Evan Drellich put out an article in The Athletic, and they actually mentioned Byron Buxton. Let's see if I can find that here. And why and how he's able to qualify, which makes no sense, right? When Byron Buxton, it's like he never plays a whole damn season. How the hell is this guy even able to play? Let's see. Here we go. Among U.S. players cleared to play, New York Yankees superstar Aaron Judge went on the injured list in late July with a right elbow flexor strain, but still appeared in 152 games. Chicago Cubs third baseman Alex Bregman missed nearly 7 weeks. This is crazy. Missed nearly 7 weeks last season for the Boston Red Sox with a strained quad, but did not go on the 60-day IL or undergo surgery. So he's able to play. Byron Buxton, the off-injured Minnesota Twins center fielder, also avoid both disqualifiers. So what are the disqualifiers? Trips to the 60-day injury list and recent injuries, such as Lindor's, are typically disqualified. But the insurers review each player's injury history case by case. So somehow these guys like Judge, like Buxton, like Bregman avoid the disqualifiers, while at the same time, it's kind of up to the insurer's discretion, right? Now, you may be asking, can they just go to another insurance company? Not so fast. Not so fast. There's only one insurance company authorized to provide insurance for this tournament. And that insurance company has been agreed upon and approved by both MLB Baseball and the Players Association. And well, let me see. I got the name here somewhere. I probably should have wrote this stuff down, so I'm going through all this stuff like this. But we're kind of quick. And we're slow at the same time. but you vibe with me anyways. And we appreciate you guys, man. Late Saturday night, and you guys are popping up in here. We appreciate you. The insurer is National Financial Partners, an official partner of MLB. Now that an official partner of MLB, how can you be a partner of MLB? Why isn't it an independent insurance company that has nothing to do with MLB, that both MLB and the Players Association approve, right? And I'm reacting to this as I'm reading it. I skimmed through it before it came on, and now I'm kind of like reading this again. That didn't really hit me before. National Financial Partners, an official partner of MLB brokers the insurance policy. I didn't realize that they were partners of MLB. Does that matter? Does it not matter? To me, smells kind of fishy. So Lindor can't play in the WBC because of insurance reasons, but he can go in and be ready for spring training from day one. Yeah, because that doesn't smell like a bunch of BS, says Carlos. Yeah, because technically he's ready to play, right? It's not that he's hurt. It's not that he's hurt or he's unable to perform. It's just that the insurance company is not willing to take on the risk. Why? I'm not sure. And especially if they said, like it said here, right? They take it on a case by case, on a player by player basis. Okay. Well, this is a player that has proven that he plays through anything. Now, is that a good thing? No. Maybe that is a red flag for the insurance company and say, you know what? We need to protect this player from himself, but that's not your job as an insurance company. Or maybe they say, you know what? We can insure this guy because he might mess around and try to play through something. And then we're stuck. We're on the hook. Let me tell you guys, maybe I shouldn't bring this up because I don't remember all the details. I don't remember all the details. But I tell you guys all the time, I watch that podcast at the end of the podcast, right? Flip is still in here. He probably knows about this. Nelson Cruz was on that podcast. No. I take it back. That's a great podcast. But another good one is Yancel Pujols. Yancel Pujols does a podcast. Dominican reporter. Forget exactly the name of it, but he has different segments of it too, different or whatever, branches or whatever it's called. Anyway, that's besides the point. And they were talking about the WBC and how players may not be disqualified. Can teams keep players from playing? And they got into all of this stuff. The insurance. Nelson Cruz pretty much said, hey, listen, it's really the insurance. That's all it is. If a player's insured, then there's really no way that a team can keep him away. But that's again besides the point. The interesting part was, I forget which WBC it was, where Nelson Cruz wanted to play. And then try to get ready to play in the WBC. Nelson Cruz, and I forget. I believe it was his knee, but he hurt himself. And he was nursing his injury, and he went to spring training, and he didn't say a damn thing to the team. Then it was time to go and join DR for their little brief training, whatever the hell they was going to do. And when he got there, he said, yo, I'm in pain. I need to go get this checked out. And they send him to New York to go get checked out. And the doctor said, yo, no bueno. And he said, yo, shut your mouth. I'm playing anyways. And he played. He played hurt. And guess what happened, ladies and gentlemen? You want to guess what happened? Once the WBC was over, and he went back, I forget who he was with. I think it was with Texas at the time. Or it might have been the Padres. It might have been the Padres. Who also didn't want to let Soto play at the time because Soto was coming back from an injury, and he convinced them to let him play. And the only way that they let Soto play was a trainer from the Padres had to go with Soto and be with him at the WBC the whole time. Now, that's a whole nother tidbit. The important one is Nelson Cruz hiding an injury, playing in the WBC through the injury, and then coming back to his regular team in MLB and having to miss time. Then guess what happened? I don't know how long he missed, but we just read it. If a player missed time, guess who's on the hook? The insurance company, right? So maybe the insurance company, he said this in an interview. And they said nobody knows this till now, except for probably like certain people. Or maybe now that people know, the insurance company's even being more careful. I don't know. That's just me thinking, right? That's just me speculating. That's just me thinking. I'm glad you brought this up, Carlos. Shohei Ohtani hasn't pitched for two seasons. Now because of what was it? Yeah, because that dude has 2 freaking Tommy Johns already. No insurance problem with him. No chronic condition. Right. But guess what? Here it is. Hold on. Because I don't want to basically, Shohei has been approved because Shohei will not be pitching. If Shohei was going to pitch, then he would not be approved. Here it is. LA Dodgers superstar Shohei Ohtani, who underwent major elbow surgery after the 2023 season, will hit but not pitch in the WBC. Dave Roberts said Saturday. Ohtani, who returned to the mound only last June, was unlikely to be cleared to pitch. People briefed on the underwriting process said. So basically, no one believes that they would have cleared him to pitch. Insurance wouldn't have given him the clearance to pitch. They're letting him play DH. No pitching. They want to tell me, hey, semantics, I guess, but his injury did come as a pitcher. All right? So, now, another reason why you don't get insured is if you're 37 or older, which is why someone like Miguel Rojas cannot play. It's not being insured because he's 37. And again, now here's another thing too. Here's another thing. If a team wanted to, so let's say Steve Cohen, Alex Cohen being Puerto Rican said, hey, honey, come on, man. It's my team. It's my. You got to let Francisco represent us. To hell with the insurance. We got enough. We'll cover it. They can do that. And they can say, you know what, Francisco? You go ahead and play. And if you get hurt, we're going to pay you your guaranteed salary anyways. We're not going to try to get insurance to, to play it or whatever. That is allowed. And according again to the article here by Ken Rosenthal and Evan Drellich, this happened, I think it was in 2023, where the Tigers allowed, here it goes, a player denied insurance can still participate in WBC if his major league team is willing to assume the financial risk in case of injury. The Detroit Tigers did that in 2023 with Miguel Cabrera, who was set to earn $32 million in his final season. However, the LA Dodgers made the opposite decision that year with Clayton Kershaw, who was earning $20 million. Interesting tidbit. You guys may or may not know. You guys are very well-versed, knowledgeable fans. Clayton Kershaw is pitching for USA this year. Clayton Clayton Kershaw, now being retired, does not need insurance. Isn't that funny? Well, it's not funny because he's retired. Nobody's paying him. At the same time, they don't give a damn about him. Let your arm fall off. You got enough money and you'll be getting a pension soon. But it's an interesting situation, ladies and gentlemen. Interesting development. We'll see how it plays out. Again, who was the gentleman's name who issued a statement today? Joey Sola, Team Puerto Rico's operations manager, said when asked if they are considering withdrawing from the tournament, that option is on the table. It obviously will depend if we can figure out the substitute players. So we'll see. Now, it also says in here that I don't know if appeal is the right word, but they are waiting for the insurance company to reconsider on some players. I think Carlos Correa being one of them. And also MLB Baseball themselves has asked their partner, the insurance company, to reconsider on some players. Look, and here it says, the heightened insurance concerns stem from injuries to Jose Altuve, and for us Met fans, we know this all too well, and Edwin Diaz injuries during the 2023 WBC, which created aftershocks that will lead to fewer star players on the field in Major League Baseball's international tournament this spring. And that is definitely true. There are Met fans right now who don't want Mets players participating. I'm not one of them. I like the WBC. I enjoy the WBC. Let them all play. I don't give a damn. Now, like the insurance is supposed to, I too go on a player-by-player basis, right? And I've stated before a couple of times already. If it was up to me, I wouldn't let Clay Holmes and Nolan McLean participate this time around. And you got to be careful, right? Because there's an event that happens, what is it, every 3 years, every 4 years, whatever the hell it is. So you want to be careful in denying guys that opportunity if they're healthy, nothing wrong with them, and that is the case for both McLean and Holmes. But I just feel like McLean being a rookie, who I'm kind of be a big part of my season, nah, I'd rather you have a full spring training where I have my eyes on you, where I could be fully in control of your progression and getting ready for us to go take care of business. And Clay Holmes, listen, you just took a huge innings jump, transitioning from reliever to starter. In my opinion, Clay Holmes had a pretty damn good season. What's up, Rudy? How you doing? But now we have to see if he's able to back that up, right? Now we have to see how his arm bounces back. And if he's able to go out there and duplicate the same amount of innings with an equal or better performance, we like to see better. We'd like to see better out of Clay Holmes, right? We'd like to see better out of all these guys. So with my pitchers, I'd be a little bit more careful. Let's see. Is there any pitcher on the Mets that I wouldn't mind going as a starter? Maybe David Peterson. And even him, right? I feel like David Peterson, I'm not down on David Peterson like a lot of people are. I feel like David Peterson's biggest issue last season was he might have hit a wall, right? That's the problem with the Mets. All of them made a huge innings jump from the prior season. You dig? So that was already something you had to be careful with. So even a David Peterson, who no injury or anything, his performance lagged in the second half of the season. So you would say, you know what? He could go play. But at the same time, nah, you know what? You hit a wall last year. I need you also to have a nice progression of regular spring training instead of coming here and all of these guys that are gonna pitch already had to have started earlier than usual as far as their off-season training and when they start throwing and all that. And when they start ramping up and all of that stuff, right? And now you're gonna come into an accelerated spring training for you. So I don't think there's any pitch on the Mets that I feel comfortable going to the damn WBC. And I'm not against the WBC. I'm not. I'm really not. I enjoy the hell out of it. Players should have the ability to waive the insurance and say, I'm rich. I'll cover my own expense. Now, I'm not sure if I saw that in the Athletic article, but we go back to my guy Sean on X, who here he goes. He says if a player is deemed uninsurable and the MLB will not guarantee their salary, it comes down to the player's personal choice. 1. Play in the WBC uninsured and risk his salary. 2. Play in the WBC and purchase insurance out of his own pocket. Or 3, obviously, which is what's mostly happening, skip the WBC. So, according to Sean, who again had a great post. Great post. If you're on X, Sean Spreadling, an extensive post explaining it all. But according to him, yeah, a player could say, you know what? I'm gonna play regardless because I'm rich. I'll assume the responsibility. I don't know. Oops, my bad. Lindor knows with a new team, he has to be there for all of spring training in order to gel with the new guys. We saw from last year, chemistry is important. Who's this? Is that J-Lo or G-O? J-I-O. I don't know. Can't really tell. But that's not what's going on here. I'm sorry. Not the first one that I see saying, oh, yeah, Lindor's doing a good thing. The captain. He's trying to be there because of the new guys. He's trying to gel. No, that's not what's going on. That is not what's going on now. It might be a blessing in disguise. Disguise, like I'm talking back and forth with someone on X and said that I agree. Yeah, it might be. It might be. But it's not like Lindor said, like, hey, Cody Bellinger did that. Cody Bellinger did that. He said, no, I'm not playing. I'm not playing in the WBC. I owe it to the Steinbrenner and the Yankees to be at spring training and get ready for what we're trying to do here. Hey, respect that. Who was it that did that the last WBC? I know someone did that. And it bothered me that people were using that against guys that were playing. Like, no, it's everybody's individual choice. You don't want to play because you feel like it's best for you to be with your team? Cool. You want to play because it's important for you to represent your country? Great. And some people don't understand that. Shout out to my guy Sal. He doesn't get it. We gone back and forth about it a bunch of times. He calls it a worthless baseball classic. It makes me sick.
It makes me sick.
You know? But I know one thing. To the Latinos, and I think actually, you know what? I think to every country, Japan, doesn't matter. Taiwan, I forget. These countries change their names. Don't shoot me, anybody. I'm an idiot. But you get the point. It means something to all of these countries. The U.S. is the only, and it's more like the fans are like, yeah, whatever. But we'll see how this plays out. It's very interesting. I know it's upsetting a lot of fans, and obviously, if you root for Puerto Rico for whatever reason, you're not going to be happy. You're not going to be happy. And Puerto Rico's actually hosting a whole bracket. And now you're basically going to have the worst team in the pool because of insurance. Yeah, I'd be upset. I'd definitely be upset. I get it. I get it. But hopefully they'll figure it out. Hopefully they'll figure it out. And maybe some of these guys could be given exemptions. Maybe some of these guys say, you know what, to hell with it, I'm going to play anyways. Maybe some teams say, you know what, we know you'll be okay. Go ahead. We'll assume the risk. But just be careful, please. We'll let you go play, Francisco, but please be careful, man. And if you feel anything, don't push it. Maybe we'll see some of that. Maybe we'll see some of that. My guy Edward says, I want to see Lindor play. I hope he gets to play. There's many that feel like you, and there's many on the opposite spectrum. Like I said, there's people that have, what do you call it? Post-Diaz syndrome or whatever. And don't want anybody playing. There are people that think, what the hell are we doing with this meaningless tournament, made-up tournament? I think you could say that, but eventually, this will be like everything else. It's just new. It's still young. It's still young. But we saw the last one. There was a lot of excitement. There was a lot of excitement. So it'll be disappointing if a lot of these players are not allowed to play. I agree. Lindor should have the option to represent his country. I just wish Soto would be more of a leader for this team. Nah. He did not do that. Please tell me. I don't even want to read that. He posted another tweet about how he misses playing with Aaron Judge. If anybody knows where that tweet is, post the link. I want to see it. DM me it if you're on X. DM it to Kweisi if you follow him. And if you don't, you need to. At Kweisi, right? Is that what it is? Yes or no, Kweisi? Right? At Kweisi. I got to see that. That would be disgusting. And I don't think that he did that. I do agree with you. I don't know if I need him to be more of a leader. He's the leader in his own way, I guess, right? We're not going to get into the leader conversation per se here. Well, I think that's enough for now. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, still exciting to be a Met fan right now. I know there's some uneasiness. Talk about injury and insurance and missing time and all that. Forget about Lindor. What about all the newcomers we have? How the hell are we going to get them insured? What are the time that they've missed? So I know there's some uneasiness with that, but there's also reason to be excited about this team. I know this offseason has been rough. I know. It's been a roller coaster. I get it. Game for World says when they start slumping, Soto's going to miss Alonso. Hey, maybe. Maybe not. See, that's the beauty, and that's one of the differences about this team. If these guys play to their baseball card, there's that stupid ass line that I heard. One of them. But if they play to the back of their baseball card, right? Then one thing we should see less of is these prolonged slumps where it seems like the whole lineup sucks. Where we talk about all the time, man, like, yo, we don't need everybody to be hitting. But what you need is one of your main guys to be clicking at all times. It don't have to be the same one, but one to be clicking at all times. And then for another guy or two, you know what I'm saying? To get the job done. While guys are slumping. The problem before was that it seemed like everybody slumped at the same damn time. But we have guys now with better on base, better batting averages, right? Put the ball in play. Strike out less. That should be able to decrease those slump times and maybe make it so that we don't slump much. But we'll see. We'll see, ladies and gentlemen. But let's stop harping on the negative, man. I'm losing my voice. I got to get the hell out of here. I'm tired. Let's stop harping on the negative. Spring training is around the corner. It's time to get excited. Time to get excited about this new ball club that we have. The rebuilt Mets. Suck it! If you don't like me saying rebuilt, I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. That's just some personal thing for somebody that wants to keep giving me shit on X. Because rebuild only means one thing to him. It's a new fucking team. It's a rebuild team. Pardon my French. I don't even know why I'm thinking about that nonsense. And I lose my train of thought, too. But there's reason to be excited. There's reason to be excited. I know it was a disappointing offseason in many ways. For a long time, it was a freaking frustrating offseason, right? We lost all these guys we love. My guy, shout out to my guy, Anthony. Yo, tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., place to be, Subway to Shea. If you don't know, you better ask somebody. And he got, that's funny, Kweisi, we actually met these guys he has tomorrow. Look at this. I got their card. The Locked Up Sports guys. We were sitting with these guys, next to these guys during the one of the watch-alongs during the playoffs. And of course, you know, they saw your boy going psycho and doing videos. They were like, yo, what the hell are you doing? Oh, we do a podcast. Hit us up. But your boy Hack, the worst. Well, Anthony's not the worst. So what he say, Ant? And he has those guys tomorrow. So tune in tomorrow, 10 a.m. I don't know about Sunday night. Oh! And he got my boy Sal. I didn't approve that. Nah. That's bullshit. Good shit. He got my boy Sal. Thursday, 9:30 p.m. It's going to be a busy week, ladies and gentlemen. As you know, tomorrow, regular Blunt Thoughts time. Since we're going to be plugging stuff. Let me plug myself. You already know we got the man, Brandon Tierney, former partner of Sal Licata. And I got something else cooking. Oh, shit. Look at Kweisi doing the damn thing. My God. Yo, and let me say something here. Oh, man. Saturday night is a dangerous night. Let me say something here real quick. PSA. PSA right here, ladies and gentlemen. Yo, we do this for fun. We do this for fun, right? Blunt thoughts from a dope fan's perspective who welcomes anybody's blunt thoughts. Want to come in here and share your blunt thoughts? More than welcome. When we open the phone lines, you want to call in, share some blunt thoughts? We implore you to do that. So we open the damn phone lines up. You want to come in this chat and share your blunt thoughts? Please do that. But this is all fun. Ain't nobody paying, Heck. Now, somebody wants to sponsor, Heck, you're more than welcome. Hit me up at bluntedrecap at gmail.com. That's my email, right, Kweisi? Yeah. Hit me up. DM me. You want to sponsor Blunt Thoughts. But nobody getting paid. Kweisi is my dude. I told you guys many a times. We met at the ballpark. We vibed. We go to most games together now. Now we meet there. We don't travel together. I don't pay Kweisi. He does this for fun too. Helps me out back there. So don't get confused, nobody out here. Ain't nobody getting paid. None of that nonsense. We're here to have fun. We're here to have fun. Don't mind me. Kweisi needs a raise. Jeffrey, shut the hell up. We're going to raise his salary from -2 cents to -1. How about that? We have fun. Don't worry about it. Eventually, Kweisi's going to get paid in different ways. And if I ever get paid, then Kweisi gets paid. But that's not what we're here for. Again, Saturday nights get dangerous. Things start popping in my head. Things that we hear. You know what I'm saying? You're damn right, Lisa. That's a blunt thought. Oh, man. I'm going to get in trouble for that one. But it ain't personal. Now, that's what I'm talking about right there. You've become my favorite. Non-personal to all you peoples. Lisa, Jeffrey, Intellectual. I love you guys. The regulars, Ramos, Ortiz. But, hold on. I can't. Kweisi, is this J-Lo or J-I-O? Huh? Turn your mic on, at least. Fuck this shit. I can't hear you.
J-I-O 86.
Okay. J-I-O 86. I was hoping it was J-Lo because, listen, full disclosure. J-Lo wasn't my first crush, but she was one of them. Listen, I still love J-Lo, even though she been through and ran through and all that good stuff. Oh, my God. It's Saturday night. It's about to turn this shit off. But honestly, my first crush, I don't even know why I'm going to say this. Guess who my first crush was, ladies and gentlemen? This is hilarious. I don't know why it's hilarious. It's hilarious that I'm even bringing this up because it's Saturday night and we're bored. And we should be going to bed, but we don't want to go to bed. I'm sorry, Lisa. You ain't ever say let's get Blunt Thoughts to 1,000 subscribers. J.I.O. did. Nah, but seriously, my first crush was Wonder Woman, Linda. Paula Abdul. Yes, I love Paula Abdul. Oh, yes. I still, when I hear her songs the other day, what was playing on the radio? I still listen to the radio sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I do the Uber thing. I got played Light FM. They're playing Crush. Oh, that's my Rush. Yeah. J-Lo's still hot in her 50s. Hell yeah. Hey, I'm 50. Sup, girl? Holla. Sponsor Blunt Thoughts. J-Lo from the Bronx sponsoring Blunt Thoughts from the Heights. Why not? Mrs. Met. Nah, that was not my first crush. But hey, you go to get the games now. It's easy to let Mrs. Met be your crush. Ever seen Mrs. Met? Yo, nah, it's time to get out of here. This is getting dangerous. Anyways, tomorrow night, BT joins BT, baby. Brandon Tierney joins Blunt Thoughts. Tomorrow night, 8:10, sometime this week. Hopefully we get to finalize tomorrow. I've kind of teased it. I've kind of talked about it. but we should be having a very good guest. Very good guest. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Stop talking about it, Hank, before it falls through. And then we'll keep working on things. We'll keep working on things. Other than that, thank you guys for joining me and gals for joining me on this Saturday night. Again, we'll see what happens with this whole WBC thing. We'll see what happens with Francisco Lindor. But it's very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Very interesting. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday night. If you're going out, be safe. If you're going to bed, sweet dreams. And it's time to be excited, man. Well, wait a minute. That doesn't sound too good. Sweet dreams, be excited. I don't mean be excited in your dreams. That's up to you. That's up to you. But it's time to be excited about this Mets season coming up. It really is, man. It's a different team. Thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate that. It's a different team, but I think it's going to be an exciting team. Ortiz says PR should pull out. When? During their wet dreams? Now, let me stop. Good night, everybody. You know what it is. No matter what the hell is going on, they could pull out Francisco Lindor from the WBC, but they can't pull him out of the New York Mets. And you know what it is. All day, every day. Let's go, Mets. Peace. Do you think, Kweisi?
Click full of animals and we made ourselves with minimal. Fuck you, no subliminals. Putting in this work, nigga. That's why they feelings hurt, nigga. Swear we need a hearse cause we rep our shites to the dirt, nigga. If I'm in the club